Hi there, a very good morning to all our viewers who've tuned in live bright and early this Monday morning on Moneycontrol. You're watching Newspresso with me, Stacy Pereira. And as the drill goes, in the next few minutes, we're going to be giving you a lowdown of all the top stories from across the globe, inside from within India, and also the latest trends that will give you an edge and keep you informed ahead of the others. So let's get straight to it and bring you all that we're getting from our global dispatch. Well, if you look at Wall Street, seems like there's no August rush there for markets, at least with Wall Street struggling there. You can say that struggle really continuing. We saw the Nasdaq falling for the fourth day in a row on Friday, notching its longest weekly losing streak since December. The Dow Jones ending the week lower by 2.2%. It's worst since March, while S&P 500 falling 2.1% and registering its third straight week of losses. Seems like investors are rethinking their optimism from July as they move away from that soft landing narrative. Now, with fears of higher interest rates rising, we are also seeing tech stocks which seem to be at the receiving end. Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, all of them continue in the decline for the week. European markets, those ones retreated too on Friday, tracking cautious global sentiments as well as traders assessing the future of monetary policy action as well as fresh concerns from China's real estate sector. Now, the Pan-European Stock 600 index closed about 0.6% lower. However, did manage to pare some of its earlier losses. Mining stocks were the ones that dipped the most, about 1.5% down in trade. Retail stocks too fell about 1.2%. And almost all major sectors and bourses were in the negative territory. In stock-specific action, we did see a Danish hearing aid manufacturer GN Stornod, which fell about 5.9% after a weak second quarter earnings report. And if looking at the Asia-Pacific region, where markets are trading mixed this morning, mostly reacting to news that China has gone ahead and slashed its one-year loan prime rate, but has kept its five-year rate unchanged. The one-year LPR was cut by 10 basis points from 3.55% to 3.45%, while the five-year LPR has remained unchanged at 4.2%. Now, Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index is reacting to that, has slipped by about 0.86% this morning, whereas mainland Chinese markets, those are also trading in the negative territory. The CSI 300 is down by about 0.28%. Remember, Hong Kong's benchmark stock index closed in a bear market territory, down by about 2.1% on Friday, and is trading more than 20% below its highs of January. We will see Chinese real estate company, a Country Garden Holdings as well, which is set to be removed from Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index. So that will be something that you need to watch out for in today's trade. On the flip side, though, we do have Japan's Nikkei 225, which has climbed by 0.32%. South Korea's Kospi 2 has gained by about 0.61%, whereas the Kosdaq, that is up by about 1.87% in trade. Now to other news that is making headlines. Now, deadly wildfires have been spreading across Europe as well as the US and Canada. The blaze has in fact forced thousands of people to flee their homes and also take shelter. If you look at Spain, there where fire broke out in one of the country's highest mountain peaks that started raging on August 16 and still continues. The wildfires have burned through nearly 9,900 acres of vegetation, and containment efforts as well as the weather has helped to slow the speed of the blaze for now. Meanwhile, in Canada, emergency was declared early on Friday in and around Kelowna. This in the British Columbia district. Officials have said that the next 24 to 48 hours could be quite difficult, and the expanse of the fires and disruption to life as well as land underscores the severity of the year's worst on record Canadian wildfire season, with more than 1,000 active fires burning across the country currently. And the Ukrainian city of Chernihiv was attacked by Russian missiles on August 19th. And according to Interior Ministry of Ukraine, people were on their way to church to celebrate a religious holiday when the missile struck. Now, the Russian missile has gone on to kill 7 people and injured over 144 others. Among those injured also include 25 children is what is being reported. Now, the Ukrainian media has also gone on to report that the public event featured drone manufacturers. That was what was currently underway inside the theatre at the time of the attack. But amidst this attack by Russia, there's also news that Ukrainian President Zelenskyy has visited Netherlands and Denmark. And during his visit, he has finalized a historic agreement of getting F-16 aircrafts. Now, Ukraine will get about 42 of these F-16 aircrafts from Netherlands and Denmark, which will help keep up the offensive against Moscow for now. And to all that we have to go by on the Lal Street this whole week, we have a lot lined up. But let's get a sense of what happened and what transpired on Friday also. That will give us that kickstart. Now, the mood on the Lal Street, well, it does remain to be subdued for the fourth consecutive week. And as we step into the fifth one, we did see how the benchmark indices, they're losing about 0.6% last week. Now, the consolidation is likely to continue largely on a negative bias in the coming week, is what we get a sense of. Now, the Nifty 50 dropped by about 118 points, closing in at 90,310, whereas the Sensex too fell about 374 points to close down below that 65,500 crucial levels. Now, benchmarks were dented mostly by metal, banking, financial services, technology, oil and gas, as well as pharma stocks. So most of those sectoral indices all down and about in trade. Among the stocks that you need to be keeping out on your radar today, M&M, as it recalls over 1 lakh units of the XUV 700 and 500 vehicles over a wiring and brake issue. Titan will also be in focus as it acquires an additional 27% stake in Carrot Lane for about 4,621 crore rupees, as well as KEC International. That RPG group company has secured new orders worth about 1,007 crore across various businesses. So all of these stocks will be a buzz in trade today. And of course, let's not forget Jio Financial Services, which will be listing. But we'll tell you more on that in just a bit. But let's give you a sense of the other action that we're going to see in the primary markets. And well, they will remain quite active in this coming week, as a flexible flow solution provider Maker will be opening its Aeroflex will be opening its 351 crore IPO during this April 22nd to 24th, and the price band for which has been set at 102 to 108 per share, as well as infrastructure company Vishnu Prakash R. Pugalia. That will also launch its 309 crore maiden public issue on August 24th, the price band for which is 94 to 99 rupees per share. We are going to see Pyramid Technoplast, which will close its subscription of rupees 157 crore IPO on August 22nd, whereas TVS Supply Chain Solutions, that one is going to debut on the bourses on August 23rd as per the IPO schedule. Now, also, these are all in the main board. Let me also say that what is going to happen in the SME segment. Now, we're going to see power solution company Sungarna Energies, that will open up its IPO for subscription on April 21st till the 23rd, and the offer price for which will be 83 rupees per share, whereas Shura Designs, that one will close its IPO on August 24th. The final day for also Crop Life Sciences as well as Bondala Engineering public issues will close on August 22nd. And as for the listings on the SME segment, we have Shelter Pharma shares, which will take place during this week. So a lot of action in the primary markets to be looking forward to. But one that will be very crucial and important today is where all market participants pretty much have their focus on is index heavyweight Reliance Industries, as that much awaited listing of Jio Financial Services, which was formerly known as Reliance Strategic Investments, that entity which demerged from millionaire Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries, is set to be taking place on the exchanges on August 21st, that is today. Now, after that spin-off last month, the financial services subsidiary of Reliance is valued at about 261.85 rupees per share. Remember, Jio Financial Services, through its operating subsidiaries as well as joint ventures, will offer a broad range of financial services solutions. The company will primarily operate in the NBFC market as well as credit market segment, and has strategic plans to expand its operations into insurance, digital payments, asset management verticals. We already know of that JV it has signed with BlackRock to float a mutual funds company, and with the implied market capitalization of about 1.65 lakh crores. Jio Financial Services, or JFS as it might be called, is all set to become the second largest listed NBFC player just after Bajaj Finance. Meanwhile, on the market front, Jio Financial Services will continue to remain in the FTSE Russell indices as well as will be added to the MSCI Global Standard Index on August 23rd. So, will it list at a premium or will you be getting, and we will be getting you all of those details on our special coverage on Jio Financial Services listing at 10 a.m. live here on Moneycontrol. So, don't go anywhere. If you want to know what's happening with that share and how much does it list on a premium, here Moneycontrol is where you'll need to be logging on to, because we'll be getting you all those details. But let's move on then and get you some news from the world of politics. And as we gear up for those general elections in 2024, the grand old party, that is Congress, has gone ahead and reconstituted the Congress Working Committee, or CWC. Now, its top decision-making body as we know it, it has included Sachin Pilot, Shashi Tharoor, who, remember, went against President Moneycontrol Kharge in the Congress presidential polls last year. But they have also gone ahead and been included. We also have Deepa Das Munshi and Syed Nasir Hussain among the new entrants to the CWC. In fact, the CWC will comprise of about 39 members who have been nominated directly by Kharge. Shashi Tharoor, in a post on X, that was formerly Twitter, said that he is honoured by the party president's decision to be nominated. In fact, Sachin Pilot also has found place in the CWC, pretty much ahead of those crucial state polls in Rajasthan, which will take place later this year. The reshuffle also shows that Congress's focus is now on this year-end polls, which will be held in Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, as well as Telangana. And to all the latest buzz that's doing the round, be it on social media or even otherwise, well, we do have something that is coming out from the social media, in fact, from X.com. And this time around, Elon Musk, as well as his latest buy in X.com, has kept us busy this weekend. Well, that's because Musk has said that users of X.com, which is formerly known as Twitter, will no longer be able to block unwanted followers. Now, the ability for a user to block content from undesired followers, as well as has long always been that key security feature in order to avoid harassment as well as exposure to spam or hateful posts. But now Musk doesn't think that it's needed anymore, and this feature shouldn't exist at all. In a tweet, the billionaire responded saying that, and I quote, blocking is going to be deleted as a feature except for DMs. He was responding to a post from an account of Tesla owner Silicon Valley, which had asked whether it was ever a reason to be blocking versus muting someone on Twitter. Now, he didn't provide any reason as to the timeline or the frame for eliminating this block function, only saying in a follow-up response that it makes no sense at all and that the mute function will still be available. And let's bring you up to speed with all the updates from yesterday's spectacular finale that we saw in the FIFA Women's World Cup. Yes, we did see Spain really seal that thrilling 1-0 win versus England at the Accor Stadium in Sydney. Now, Spanish captain Olga Carmona, her first half goal provided to be that difference maker as her side kept hold of the lead. England did try to come close towards the end of the first half, but just couldn't secure that goal. The Lionesses couldn't break through that Spanish defense, helping Spain clinch its maiden WWC title. Now, among the big awards, we did see Spanish midfielder Maestro Etena Bonmati, who got the Golden Ball Award, while the Golden Glove Award was given to England's goalkeeper Mary Earps. Meanwhile, Sweden managed to pick up their fourth Women's World Cup bronze medal after defeating co-host Australia 2-0 in the third place playoff, which took place on Saturday. And there's a lot happening out of space, one would say, and not just in the realms of the Earth, because Russia's first moon mission, which was after 47 years, has managed to fail when its Luna 25 spacecraft has spun out of control and crashed into the moon. Now, Russia's state space corporation, the Roscosmos, has said that it had lost contact with the craft at about 11:57 GMT on Saturday. In a statement, it said that the apparatus moved into an unpredictable orbit and ceased to exist as a result of a collision with the surface of the moon. While moving on from Russia to India's historic moon mission, well, Chandrayaan-3 has finally successfully completed its second and deboosting operation. The space module is now just one step closer to the moon. ISRO has announced that Chandrayaan-3 is set to land on the moon on August 23rd around 6:04 p.m. in the evening. Remember, there's a slight change from the earlier timing that was given, but now it will land on 23rd August at around 6:04 p.m. And we will, of course, be bringing you all those latest updates and the live streaming of that moon landing right here on Wednesday. This is where you need to come back to see that historic moment that we will witness when Chandrayaan-3, hopefully, fingers crossed, has that soft landing on the moon. Well, those were all the top 10s and thoughts that you need to be keeping out for. But let's get you up to speed with what you could be looking out for today and through this week, rather, because it is a Monday. We have a lot lined up, and we do have a news, source-based news that is coming in from the UIDAI. But remember, that's the nodal agency in charge for issuing Aadhaar cards, and it has gone ahead and appointed Neelkant Mishra as its chairperson on Saturday. Now, Mishra is currently the chief economic and head of global research at Axis Bank, and Mishra has also been an advisor to a couple of government committees and will also be a member of the Economic Advisory Council of the 15th Finance Commission. So, new change of guard that we're going to see in the Aadhaar office, perhaps that we're seeing a slew of them. In fact, a new CEO also was recently put in place from IPS, an IAS officer. So now, if Neelkant Mishra takes in, we are going to see another familiar face there. But on the global front, let's tell you, all eyes will be on this speech by Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. This at the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium that takes place. This is scheduled to be happening between August 24th to the 26th, and Powell is likely to speak on August 25th. Remember, the key thing to be watching out for is his remarks. This one, whether it will be a strong hint about the end of the ongoing rate cycle, or whether possible timing of beginning of a rate cut cycle that everyone is really looking out for. So all of that definitely things to be watching out for, will really direct the markets, in fact, going ahead. But before we let you go, let's remind you, Jio Financial Services listing, that's happening today, and we'll be getting you all those top updates in a special exclusive chat at 10 a.m. So you need to be coming back right here on Moneycontrol to get all those details on that exclusive listing that we're seeing of Jio Financial Services. But with that, seems like it's a wrap, and hope this dose of Newspresso was useful and informative and gives you that kickstart to your day and to the week. It's a Monday morning. We have to brush off those blues. Remember, it is real. Monday blues are real, even what scientists and research are saying now. But don't forget to come back here, same place, same time tomorrow, because I'll be here with your fresh shot of Newspresso. From all of us that put this show together, thanks so much for tuning in.